Welcome to Help 100 Schools. Today's episode features a wonderful school as part of our Elevation initiative, designed to highlight and support worthy schools like the one you're about to meet. If you wish to learn more, support, or subscribe, please visit help100schools.com for additional information. Now let's move on to today's featured school. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us at the Help 100 Schools podcast. We have another wonderful school and school leader feature for today. We have Christian Acemah, who is the head of school at Olney Friends School. He was executive secretary, the CEO of the Uganda National Academy of Sciences based in Kampala, Uganda. I should say he is a 2001 graduate of Olney Friends School. He previously served as Director of Strategy and Program Development for the African Science Academy Development Initiative of the United States, National Academies based in Washington, D.C. Until 2016 May, he was also visiting professor of African Studies at Quest University in Canada. As a professional level international civil servant, Christian served as Executive Officer of Policy and Research on a UNICEF contract within the Gavi Secretariat in Geneva, Switzerland. He also gained development assistance experience working in the Sudan-Uganda program of the Lutheran World Federation. He holds a first degree in liberal arts from St. John's College in Santa Fe, New Mexico, a graduate degree in international development from Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., a doctorate in leadership and learning in organizations from Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee, and an international certificate in corporate governance from the Chartered Governance Institute of the United Kingdom and Ireland. Christian's life of service has its roots in his experience at Olney, and he is passionate about ensuring that many more students get the gift of an Olney education for generations to come. Christian, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Karl. Happy to be here.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you. Well, let's get into it. Why do families choose your school for their students?
Well, the short answer to that question is that families know instinctively that their students can be themselves at Olney Friends School. They'll find a sense of belonging at Olney Friends School. And to this day, I haven't figured out how families sense that aspect of the school. So beyond the academics, beyond what I can say about Quaker values, there is that sense that, oh yeah, my child will fit in here. And what I mean by that is that you'll find students at Olney who do not fit in your traditional school, public or private. They tend to fit in here at Olney Friends School somehow. And most of the students, when they come to interview, the domestic students, they realize it for themselves. At least 8 out of 10 of those interviews stop halfway because the prospective students say, yeah, this is where I want to be.
I love it. They can just feel that connection, that they're a fit.
Exactly right.
Outstanding. Is there a captivating story behind Olney School?
There are so many stories behind Olney Friends School, and I think one of them is that the school has burnt down 3 times and been rebuilt 3 times without interrupting classes. So even when the main building burnt down in the most recent fire in 1911, classes kept going. There was that sense that we have a thing we do here. We have a mission, we are a school, we have to keep on doing school and rebuild at the same time. So that one has happened at Olney Friends School, and I think it's a powerful metaphor that whatever happens, whichever tragedy befalls the school, it stays standing and in fact comes back stronger. And that one is an attitude we all adopt once we come to Olney Friends Schools that, yeah, I can make it. Even when things seem daunting right now, I can make it, and I'll stand upright. Modestly, but upright.
I love it. And what a great way to emphasize the word friends that my apologies, accidentally left out, that friends rebuild. So the Olney Friends School was rebuilt. Wow.
Mhm.
3 times. That I did not know that. That's fantastic. Okay. And what would you say are some of the unique aspects of the school that the world should know about?
Well, one of the unique things about this place is also the weird thing about the place. It is what we call the Olney Spirit. And the Olney Spirit means many things to different people. But I think at the bottom of it, one of the Hartley is one of the families that has sent children to Olney over generations. So one of the Hartleys, I think, let me paraphrase what she says, that the Olney spirits had to describe. To some, it means that they feel warm when they come to school. To others, they feel like they can connect to other human souls. And then others, they can see their connection to the broader environment, natural and built. And to others, they see themselves become something they always knew was within them, but just hadn't been the right environment to elicit that something out of them. So that is the Olney Spirit, and we use it when someone says Olney Spirit. For example, if there's a lot of food wasted at a meal, all someone has to ask is, are we keeping the Holy Spirit with all of this waste? And everyone will come to order very quickly. Or if, say, there is a theft in the dorm, which is uncommon, but some years, yeah, we've had theft, that is all someone has to ask. Are we doing justice to the Holy Spirit? If one of us loses an item, or if someone's money is stolen. So that is one of the unique things about this place, that you get to learn that the world doesn't begin and end with you. You are a special part of the world, and you are also a special part to other people's lives, and they are special to you as well. And so that is how then we lead to the second thing about the community. That's a pervasive thing in everything we do. What is good for the community? And in a world which values materialism so much, and things, and individuality, it is very easy to forget that we are social beings, and that we work best when we are in that context of community. It gives us meaning, gives us purpose, it gives us a sense of safety and connectedness as well. So, funny story. One of my friends from Canada visited me in April 2019 here at Olney Friends School, and for the year leading up that visit, he kept asking, "Why are you at that school? You are not supposed to lead a school, Christian. You are supposed to be doing international work somewhere. You're supposed to lead a big international NGO. Why are you wasting your life?" And so he came over in April 2019. He stayed at the school for a week, played soccer with the students, played piano, ate meals with us, and the day he left, he said, "Now I know why you are here, and I know how it is you can handle difficult situations, because we'd worked together in the past, and how you can deal with many political actors. It's here. Everything is present at Olney." I said, "Exactly right." And what he meant by that is that until things are good with the community, you can't move. So you need to figure out how to build consensus, and how to get people who might disagree with you to see things your way, and you have to be willing to see things their way, and in the end ask, what is the greatest good for the community? It takes a lot of negotiation, And so that's another unique thing about this place. Notice that right now, I haven't said anything about academics yet. Because all I've spoken about here is human connection and the sense of being connected to this thing that we call community, and a greater narrative of not just the school, not just our rural area here in Appalachia, but also in this, what do we call the endless chain of humanity. You really see it at work at Olney Friends School. And so I'll give the third thing, and that is that there is a lot of meaning in the little things we do. And you get to pause a lot at Olney and notice little things that you wouldn't have otherwise noticed. For example, you notice when someone greets you positively in the morning or afternoon. You notice when someone hands you an apple. You notice when someone checks on you when you're not feeling well. And you notice when you start caring about someone's mood change. Say, wow, something isn't right with that student or with my colleague or with something. Something isn't right with one of those goats. You just start paying attention to your life. And how many of us go through life without paying attention? Life happens to us. And so we end up not being alive. And so that's the unique thing. You learn how to be alive and attentive to those little things that you would have otherwise taken for granted. So that for me, together, those three things make Olney Friends School stand out from the crowd, and those are the prerequisites for learning in a community. And that's really, I think, the added benefit to our academics is that the academics don't stand alone. In fact, they can only stand when the three items I've mentioned work well together.
That feels like a great way to distill the spirit of Olney Friends School. That's great. Well, for those who may not be at all familiar with Olney Friends School, shall we just give a brief overview?
Yes, a brief overview. Olney Friends School is a high school, a private high school in Burnsville, Ohio. Even people in Ohio don't know where Burnsville is, but it's in southeastern Ohio, here in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, on a 350-acre organic farm, certified organic farm. School started in 1837. Founded by the Religious Society of Friends, called the Quakers, that broke off from mainstream Christianity in the United Kingdom in the 19th century. And the real Quaker belief is that you don't need an intermediary to connect to God. In fact, you can have a direct connection to God, and that is why there are no preachers, there are no pastors, there are no sermons. When we meet to worship, we worship in silence, so you can commune together, but also connect to a greater spirit. And in that sense, you can come to Olney from any faith tradition and just, again, join the spirit as it is. As far as our academics go, we are a college preparatory school. So our students, when they leave Olney, they are skilled to be positive adults in the world and also positive students wherever they go to college. My one metric for those who decide to go to college is that when I ask them, how is college? All I want to hear is that, well, college is going well. In fact, on day one, I knew what I had to do because of the rigors and vigors I had to go through at Olney Friends School preparing to come to college. One painful story for me, one painful memory is in 2018 when a parent said my child was not ready for the pre-med curriculum at Swarthmore College. And I got that feedback, went back to my colleagues. I say we should never hear this kind of comment again. and we have not had the comment again. Not because we bullied anyone, it's that the graduates have given us feedback that yes, we may have stretched at points with the academics at Olney, but it was worth it for academics later on and for life in general. So college prep and life prep at the same time. It's a very small school. We have space only for 60 students in our dorms. Even at its founding in 1837, the school could handle a maximum, and this is full, a maximum of 100 students. And that's back when the needs for personal space were not as they are now. So taking into consideration personal space and what people need to live comfortably together in that communal dorm, we say we have space for 60 students. That would be our full school. So we do our very best to eat what we grow, and we grow plants here. We also have animals. We certainly have our organic eggs that we enjoy every day. The organic chicken, goats, beef. That one, you can tell the difference between Olney produce, Olney meat, Olney egg. You can tell the difference when it is put side by side with something else. And our students, they ask, they say, "Is this Olney beef?" I say, "Yeah, how did you know?" It's just different. And different means better in that sense. And of course, the students have taken part in getting, in growing what they see on their plate. So that again is a sense of connection to the earth, to the animals. So there we are.
Excellent. How about the school's mission and vision? Do you have a formal mission and vision or an informal mission and vision?
We do have a formal mission and vision, and I'll give you the shorthand of the mission. Is that we want to have an integrated transdisciplinary curriculum that prepares students for college and life within a safe and caring community. That's it. The greater vision, of course, is to grow the best thinkers, the learners, and positive contributors in the world. That is it. Now, why that vision isn't so public is because it's not as modest as the Quakers would like it to be. So we keep it many times under wraps, but that is our vision.
Perfect. Okay. And then is there anyone who you think would be an especially good fit for the school?
Yes, students who find that they are curious about the world beyond what they can access right now in their schools, in their books, through their teachers, through conversation, who want to know a little bit more, who have certain probing questions. Those would fit in very well here because we live by those questions. And in fact, the better the question, the better your experience at Olney Friends School. No one's just going to feed you the answers, and that cuts across all disciplines. That we focus very much on what kind of question do you really care about? What do you want to know? And then let's put together these different disciplines that can work together to get you an answer. It might not be an answer you like, but there will be an answer there, and you can keep pushing. So that's a kind of student that will do well. Kind of student who would like to have a life of service, and that is most of us Olney Friends School alums. It's near and dear to us that we make a difference in other people's lives, whether we end up in business, in medicine, in diplomacy, politics, whatever, that we actually make a positive change in other people's lives. That is the other student. If you are interested in organic living, organic food, this is the place to be. You have a huge farm that we use as a living laboratory.
Outstanding. All righty. And then where should we point folks who are interested in learning more about the process, potentially applying?
Well, that will be straight to our website, new website, www.olneyfriends.org. Your journey begins there.
Excellent. Perfect. Well, Christian, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you very much, Karl. A lot of fun to talk about the school.
Excellent. Absolutely. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening. Please, as always, share this with anyone whom you think might be appropriate and spread the word about Olney Friends School. And remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in to Help 100 Schools. If today's feature struck a chord with you, we encourage you to share it. Your action can bridge the gap between deserving schools and families looking for a place where their children can thrive. Want to dive deeper or help more? Visit help100schools.com. Your engagement is the fuel that drives our mission forward, helping us to reach and support more schools. So remember to subscribe to our show. This way you'll never miss the stories that could inspire, move, or motivate us all to contribute to a better educational future. Together, let's light up the path for education, one school at a time. We're grateful for you and your support and for spreading the word. Stay tuned for more stories that will make a difference. Until next time, continue to be the change in education. Farewell for now.